Hi guys, welcome back to In Case of Econ Struggles. Welcome to another Sunday Stata tip. Trying to go ahead and restart these Sunday Stata tip videos. So if you have suggestions for a Stata tip that you want to see, feel free to put that in the comments section below. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Today I'm going to talk about PCA, or Principal Component Analysis, and I'm just going to talk about how it works in Stata. I'm not going to talk about the statistics really in depth. If you want to see that as a separate video, again, please put that in the comment section below. But basically what I'm going to do is, let's suppose that I've got this auto data set and I'm going to go ahead and read this in, and maybe I want to make a PCA in terms of price, trunk, weight, and length, and I want to use one component. Then the command for that is going to be PCA price, trunk, weight, and length. And so that's all well and good. I can predict price PCA, and that's going to tell me basically the factor loading that I'm going to have on each of these variables in order to make this PCA index. And this PCA index I'm going to call price PCA. And so what I can do is I can go ahead and I can sum the price PCA, and it's going to tell me that what I'm going to get is I'm basically going to get a variable which is sort of a zero mean, approximately 1-ish standard deviation variable. It's going to be more like an index, like a standardized variable or a z variable. And really what I also want to talk about is what Stata is doing to calculate that index. So the first thing I'm going to do is first I'm just going to start over real quick. And what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to generate standardized or z-score variables for each of the variables I'm putting in my PCA. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And a nice easy way to do that is I can just say std, or standardized of that variable, in a for loop. And so then once again, I'm going to go ahead and just maybe sum this just to look at it. So I'll say sum star z. And you can see that all of these are mean 0, standard deviation 1 variables. And that's going to work because the PCA is using the versions of those variables in order to predict or make this price PCA index. Okay, so now once again, I'll run my price, and then I'm going to run some return lists and some e-return lists, just so you can see what's happening behind the scenes of Stata. You can see that what we've got and what's really going to be important is we have this RSCOEF. This score coefficient, this is what Stata is going to use. It's going to use these variables, and it's going to multiply our z-score variables by the approximate SCOF variable, and it's going to add them together, and that's how it's going to get this index. And I'm going to show that by basically generating a price PCA check, where I'm going to reference each of those coefficients. So this is the first coefficient times price z, or the standardized variable of price. The second score times trunk, again standardized, all the way through to length. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that, and then I'm going to sum price PCA and sum price PCA check. And what you're going to see is that up to some rounding error, they are exactly the same variable. Ultimately, this is indeed, if you check the Stata manual, how the PCA command is getting this PCA index. So again, hopefully that's just a quick helpful command on doing the PCA. If this was helpful, please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time for another Sunday Stata tip here on In Case of Econ Struggles.